Our source is the Legends Labyrinth of Evil novel, which takes place just before the events of Revenge of the Sith. During a training session with Grievous, Dooku becomes enraged at Grievous's arrogance and spouts this at him. But I pity you should have to face off against any of the council members. Do I need to demonstrate what responses you can expect from Sindralig or Obi-Wan Kenobi? From Mace Windu or Stars Helpiu, Yoda? He flicked his blade quickly, ridding two of the guards of their staffs, then placing the glowing tip a millimeter from Grievous's death-helmeted visage. Finesse, artfulness, economy. Otherwise, my friend, I fear that you will end up beyond the repair of even the Geonosians. Do you take my meaning? In just a few words, Dooku says that Sindralig, Kenobi, Windu, and Yoda are the only ones he considers more powerful or more skilled than Grievous. So much so that he essentially says that any of them would obliterate the general. But how accurate is this assumption? We know that in canon lore, Fisto proves to be a good match for Grievous. Kit Fisto's Shi-Cho style allows him to easily fight off multiple enemies, and the randomness of his blade work throws Grievous off entirely. Kit nearly triumphs, had it not been for the Magna Guards. But of course, that was canon Grievous, who was much less threatening than the Legends counterpart. Since Labyrinth of Evil was written in 2005, it is using the knowledge of the version of Grievous showcased in the 2003 Clone Wars series. So basically, the hyper-powered devil Jedi murderer. Now the continuity of episode Lair of Grievous is strange. There are some episodes of the 2008 series that are considered a part of Legends as well, which can make the continuity very muddy to follow. And Lair of Grievous just so happens to be one of those that is both considered Legends and canon. We believe it is doubtful that Fisto would prevail against Legends Grievous though, referred to the one in Labyrinth of Evil. But we'll leave you to debate that in the comments down below. Today we want to focus on why Dooku mentions these 4 Jedi Masters specifically. So let's go in the order in the ones that Dooku mentions them, starting with the individual we find to be the most interesting pick, Sindralig. During the era of the Clone Wars, Sindralig is one of the only swordsmen considered even close to being Dooku's equal. He was the Jedi Battle Master, the one who gave cursory training to all initiates in the art of lightsaber combat and basic techniques. Most Padawans learn saber fighting from their individual master, but if a Jedi Knight needed to study a new form, or perfect one that they already were using, they would call Sindralig. Sindralig had mastered all 7 forms of combat, including Form 7 Juyo. This is a very rare feat, one that very few Jedi or Sith can lay claim to. But even those who were proficient in all 7 forms, such as Darth Sidious or Master Yoda, usually chose a specific style and then stuck to it. But Sindralig chose Form 6, Naiman, or Niman. The reason this is significant is because Naiman is a hybrid of all of the 5 previous lightsaber forms. It's incredibly simplistic and meant to be a form suitable for any situation that a Jedi would find themselves in. It had a reputation of being plain because it had no distinct strengths, but also no distinct weaknesses either. It was considered a Swiss Army knife. It was a multi-tool of a lightsaber form. It was criticized, however, as being overall weaker in blade-to-blade combat, as practitioners often only learned a few sequences from the previous 5 forms that comprised the hybrid Naiman style. But there was one scenario where Naiman was considered weak. That is when the practitioners had partial knowledge of the other lightsaber forms that they were hybridizing. But Sindralig had full knowledge.